Supergirl issue 21 sees Kara Zor-El seek out her own answers on who the warlord Rogol Zaar is and why he destroyed Krypton and Kandor, and seems intent on wiping out her and her cousin. Her search takes her back to Kal-El's old destroyed fortress of Solitude, where she looks to reflect on her mission, but only finds grief in the rubble. Earlier in Smallville, Clark meets with Kara, learning of her mission and how no matter what he says, she is still leaving, since she has to find the truth about Rogol. Clark says flying off into the galaxy by herself isn't good and there has to be a better and safer solution. He asks if she knows what it's like to hear a whole planet scream like he heard when Krypton died, and she reminds him that she lived on Krypton, and while not trying to be spiteful to her cousin, the only one he knows is theoretical and Earth is his home. Continuing, she says while Clark's earliest memories are of the Kent farm and Earth, hers are of Krypton and she had a life there with friends, and he can't understand what it feels like to have them all gone, and no matter how much he thinks he can't understand, and she needs to deal with her grief before it drives her insane. Clark says that he understands that and wants everyone involved in Krypton's destruction brought to justice, but she needs to take a breather. Kara considers it for a moment, but reaffirms her intentions, saying if her cousin truly loves her, he will know there is no other choice. Later on in National City, Kara tries to call Eliza and Jeremiah Danvers, getting their answer machine. Forced to leave a message, Kara tells them goodbye before heading back to the Fortress of Solitude and retrieving Rogol Zaar's axe, hoping she can trace its origin and the mysterious symbol on it. At Coast City, Hal Jordan rounds up the last of the Royal Flush gang as Kara arrives, asking for his help in using his Green Lantern access to look up the origin of the axe. Hal reminds her that he scanned the axe's symbol for Clark and didn't come up with anything, but Kara wants him to scan the axe this time. He does so and the scan comes back, to Hal's surprise, incomplete, and the information is redacted. As an alien far away is alerted to the Green Lantern trying to access the information about Rogol Zaar's weapon, Hal tries to determine what it could mean. Kara knows Rogol isn't some lone gunman who destroyed Krypton on a whim and there is something more to him. Hal tells her not to let anger consume her mission, and while she can search for justice, she shouldn't go looking for revenge. Kara takes his words into consideration, leaving again for the fortress. Here Kara changes her costume, donning a solar collector suit in case she runs into a system with no yellow sun on her journey to Mogo. As she packs, Krypto arrives with a message from Clark, which says while he couldn't go with her thanks to John and Lois gone for now, he wants Krypto to go with Kara. The Superdog is more than happy to tag along with her. Boarding her Kryptonian shuttle, Supergirl and Krypto blast off across the stars and search for answers. Elsewhere, the little alien who is alerted to Hal looking into the axe rushes to its master, telling them that the Lanterns are involved now, as is Supergirl. But the unseen being is certain she won't uncover all of the truth, and if she does, she will just be another dead Kryptonian. Supergirl issue 21 finally seeks to give us answers on Rogol Zaar's origin, while also finally bringing Supergirl's ongoing back into the larger DC universe, whereas her previous 20 issues followed a more CW Supergirl approach and kind of isolated her to National City. I'm really enjoying Kara's drive for answers and how, like Hal says, it's bordering on revenge, which could lead her down a dark path. While I like that Supergirl is finally doing something within the larger DC universe, I can't help but think something as important as Rogol's origins or his drive for killing Kryptonians is something that should be told in the Superman ongoing or the Action Comics ongoing, not to sound rude, but being relegated to a secondary book. It's kind of poor planning on what I guess is Brian Michael Bendis' part, since he came up with Rogol Zaar and most of his story, I guess. Since everyone will want to know who he is, what he is, where he comes from, but not many people might read this and might not even know that this book is tying in with Superman and Action Comics and all of that. It's still a very enjoyable book and Kara's journey will be an interesting one to follow. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.